is in there. Seat and buckled in at the American Airlines Arena as the Heat look to grab a win here in Miami. Kevin Harlan here along with analysts Greg Anthony and Steve Smith, and we'll be hearing from DA along the sideline all game long. And for the Detroit Pistons, they come into tonight's game after the loss to the Hawks in Atlanta. Conley into the lane. Pass to Harrell. 4 on the shot clock. Lets it go with a 3. Conley's shot is off. Now the Pistons with it.
The Detroit Pistons hoping for continued development from their young players. Recent seasons, some pretty high draft picks. They need those guys to make an impact.
Pass to Harris. Back to Conley. And here is Harrell. Bell with the block. And here comes Brown, leading the fast break. Yep, that one goes in there.
Heating up early on. This is exactly how he wanted to start the night.
Well, he has the ability to get you off on the right foot. Now it's just about sustaining it.
Harrell. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. Well, Eric Spoelstra working his way up through the Heat organization, and I hear eventually interested in moving into the front office someday.
And I would say it will be with the Miami Heat, a very loyal, close-knit organization. His dedication and commitment, second to none.
And on the defensive side, just a failure to match up.
Well, the one thing you want to take away is anything at the rim. Just too easy. Still scoreless after 4 attempts, struggling to find any daylight.
The Pistons with a quick start to this game. And there's the call on Montrezl Harrell. That's foul number 2 for him.
Already his second foul here in the first makes it a tough decision whether to leave him in or not.
And it's Vucevic missing.
That's just 2 tough competitors meeting right at the rim. Someone, in my opinion, had to lose.
And Vucevic throws it down.
When you've gained a decade or more of experience, this is what tends to happen. Holiday staying very patient, waiting for someone to break free.
He just punched the ticket on that one. That'll get the job done.
Powerful 2-hand jam. Good ball movement here by the Heat. Out to Conley. From past the arc. They grab their own miss. Count the basket.
And where's the help? Obviously a missed rotation. Something they're going to want to patch up.
Only the first quarter. Guys are getting in a groove, but communication on the defense has to be better.
And that's the classic 1-2 punch right there. I mean, nice steal. And then how about the elevation, Kevin, on the finish?
And, Greg, nothing spurs some quick offense like a great play defensively.
When your defense translates into offense, it's a beautiful thing.
Harris outside. That's in there. Conley with the assist. Harris has got his second bucket.
We know Harris is good off the dribble, now becoming equally adept at the catch and shoot.
Vucevic with the bucket. Smitty, walk us through what a typical NBA practice should look like and does look like.
Well, I think you come out, Kevin, first of all, they spent a lot of times on making sure your body is ready to go into practice. And a lot of coaches love to start with offense first, and you can end with defense. And so that's where the intensity starts to pick up. And then last, you usually ends with some kind of shooting. So I think that obviously a lot of teams have different ways, but that's usually particular. You start with offense, you end with defense, and then you go into some individual work, and that's probably shooting.
Dropping dimes all night. He's been completely locked in.
Unselfish basketball, that'll make you very popular amongst your teammates.
Now here's Conley. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring hit from him. From the baseline. Back to Vucevic. That one's off. He's made 5 and missed 3 now. Miami trailing. Harris misses.
Not sure of the thought process on that one. Really bad shot selection.
Well, you're playing for the team, not just yourself. They needed much better execution that trip down the floor. See, this is how you dictate the flow of the game. He's been lit this quarter.
To the inside. Pass to Wiggins. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed. Wiggins has got his second basket of the night.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this lead.
Harrell. That shot is off. Great tee that time from Vucevic. And there's the call on Montrezl Harrell. That's his 3rd foul of the game. And Miami calls their first time out of the game.
Well, you just have to love the skill Vucevic shows on the offensive end. I mean, he can erupt for big scoring nights if you don't keep him in check, and it gives you a little bit of everything from an offensive standpoint.
And so it's Leonard with it. He'll bring it up for Detroit. 6-point lead. Pass to Hill. Turner comes with the double team. And the ball's tied up, so we'll have a jump ball. And Detroit has possession. To the paint. Is Williams, and finished off by Williams.
You know, something that Williams does so well as soon as he has inside positioning, he just goes for the finish.
It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Jones, no luck.
And a little frustration now, missing on the catch and flush.
You know, because it's all about timing, just unable to connect. One of those plays you really want back.
7 seconds left here in the opening quarter. Here's Leonard, and that one released in time, but no good. Nikola Vucevic firing up. And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from Detroit?
Yeah, it didn't take them long to get that transition game going.
No, right off the tip, it was an ambush, pushing the pace every chance they got.
It's stolen by Jones. And misses it off the right side of the rim. Pistons leading by 6. Outside Leonard. Launches a 3. Score the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt.
The new head coach of Detroit is Dwayne Casey. They're lucky he was available. He guided the Raptors to a franchise best 59 wins last season, and he was the coach of the year. Woo, that's the one when you watch the film back, he's going to cringe. He couldn't ask for a better opportunity.
Williams with the block.
the amazing thing about Williams, yeah, he can block shots inside, but he can also block shots out on the perimeter. His ability to play in space means he's more than just a rim protector. Doesn't care where you're shooting from.
Now a timeout called by Miami. And it goes to show you that any coach can get fired. Casey, one of the most successful, highly regarded coaches in the league, and Smitty still got let go.
If you learn about all he's overcome, all the tough jobs he's worked in the past, you knew he'd take it on the chin and keep on trucking.
A nice shot by Lynn.
The long arm of Thompson snatches the ball, kickstarts the fast break.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones. And again, Detroit turns it over. A minute and a half gone here in the second quarter. Goes back up. Pass to Lynn. Over Hill. Just 5 on the clock. Second chance shot. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
And for Lynn, missing the season last year, he's just glad to be back. His playmaking and creativity is something that this team needs. As long as he's healthy and playing aggressively, he'll be an effective guard option.
Loads it up for Williams.
And George Hill, a definite threat coming off that pick, leveraged that into a nice pass.
Pass to Lynn. Good ball movement here by Miami. And the basket by Jones. Jones has got his first bucket of the night. And with Lynn, he made a point upon returning from injury, saying he will not change how he plays.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of guys, they'll shy away from contact after experiencing a torn patella like Lynn did, but he knows that he is at his best going at defenders and absorbing that contact. He said he'll try and be more aware of how he lands, but has no plans of changing his game.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Well, guys, last season started with that horrific injury to Gordon Hayward's leg. Now, it's been a long road back for him, but he took heart in the encouragement he received, not just from his family, but from so many well-wishers. He said, "You realize how lucky you are to have people from all over supporting you." Guys?
David, I think everyone is rooting for his complete recovery. Thanks for that report. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. That one is on Holiday.
Yeah, you have to admire the aggressiveness of Lynn, constantly looking to draw the foul on his shot.
Well, Steve, to play in the NBA, you need to be in peak shape. Talk about your diet and workout regimen back when you were in the game.
I will give myself an A+ for workout regimen back in the day, Kevin.
Wow.
And then that diet part, I would say C-.
That was a D.
Yeah, you got it right. I would say a D. I try to give myself a little credit and say C-. I would say I love to see right now the cross workouts right now with guys doing Pilates, yoga, swimming. They're trying different things.
Here is Lynn. Following the basket by Andrew Wiggins. The shot by Thompson, no good.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat. Man, have they been effective at getting the ball inside.
Now here's Lynn. He's got 5. Outside Turner.
Inside 2 minutes.
Outside, Lynn. The Heat need to get a shot off. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation. Pistons leading by 12. Pass to Vucevic. And Vucevic throws it down.
And no doubt they've been the more efficient team in this first half.
Because they've been patient, they're finding good shots. That's why they've hit a much higher percentage from the floor.
Back to Lynn. Releases from 15. Again, the miss by the Heat.
I mean, you can see it. He's way out of sync. It's been this way all quarter for him.
And again, it's the Heat missing.
Well, I'll tell you what, he's going to buy himself a ticket to the bench. If he keeps shooting it like that, he has been putrid here this quarter.
Well, it seems the Heat's identity is always built, Steve, on defense.
Physical and nastiness, part of the system, part of the culture in Miami.
Steve, for the Pistons, improving chemistry on and off the court has been a big focus.
Yes, locker room leadership and pieces that fit together on the court. It's about building a team in every sense of the word.
2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Yeah, in this quarter, they've had the right approach, driving and drawing, initiating contact, create opportunities, get to the line.
They have plenty of ball handlers and athletes on this Heat's roster. Despite that, they play at a slow pace. That's just the team's MO.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
7-second difference, shot and game clock. Here's Harrell to stop the run. That's in there. Conley with the assist. 9 points for Montrezl Harrell.
And that's exactly what Conley is out there to do. Love how he sets his teammates up. This is a guy who knows how to orchestrate an offense. Terrific lead pass.
And it's Harris off the drive. Pass to Harrell. A second chance effort. Great D that time from Vucevic. And so it's Detroit. And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. And here's Holiday, who will bring it up for the Pistons. Next up will be a home game matched up against the Pacers. That game is the first and last of their homestand. Brown, good.
And you got to respect how accomplished Brown is down low, destroying whoever is in his way.
Pass to Harrell. Bell with the block. And he recovers it. Back to Harrell. And stolen by Wiggins. Here's Brown. The finish. And Brown throws it down.
And the point differential tells the story. Their two-way play has been outstanding.
You know, it's a matter of effort plus talent. You need both to dominate this way.
Detroit leading by 18. Down low. And stolen by Harrell. It's tipped. And there's the call on Montrezl Harrell. That's his 4th foul of the contest.
That's his 4th foul of the evening. He needs to be careful now. Pick and choose where to be aggressive. A tremendous floor leader. Amazing that Conley's only averaged around 6 assists a game for his career.
And here we go. Bell heading to the hoop.
And that's the classic 1-2 punch right there. I mean, nice steal. And then how about the elevation, Kevin, on the finish?
And, Greg, nothing spurs some quick offense like a great play defensively.
When your defense translates into offense, it's a beautiful thing.
Steve, you're talking about Conley, a guy who gives you much more than what you see on the stat sheet.
What he does, he controls the pace, the rhythm, understands how to manage the game, and he does it all with great efficiency.
To the wing on the left. Vucevic down low. It's hauled in by the Heat.
Even though that one didn't go down, I like the offensive game plan here. 3 for 4 coming out of the break.
And the pass there floated it up to the precise spot it needed to be.
And no messing around on the finish. He powers it through.
It's fine to extend your defense to try and create turnovers, but guys have to help each other.
That's been a problem for them all game. Teamwork is something you just can't turn on and off.
And the play looked good there for a second, just couldn't finish.
Well, the pass has to be on point. Then the catch and flush just doesn't work out here.
It's stolen by Vucevic. Wiggins.
And Andrew Wiggins, the #1 overall pick back in 14. Great bloodlines, the son of pro athletes. The game just seems to come easy to him.
And both free throws good for Wiggins. Here's Harrell. He can't get that one. Wiggins with some nice D.
His lack of consistency with his shot tonight has held them back.
Pass to Bell. To the middle. All alone. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. It goes on Chris Middleton.
Way to attack there and then create the contact.
You know, Greg, the game comes so easy to Wiggins, but some say he needs to be more assertive, more aggressive. Do you see that?
I mean, high expectations for a player that was taken first overall. The length and athleticism should enable him to impact the game in so many ways, but, you know, his motor doesn't always rev high enough to take advantage. And look, you never want to see a team gut you this way. Really a good timeout.
Some of this is just a matter of toughness, a willingness to play physical inside, something we're not seeing.
And here are the Heat now. Next matchup, they'll be home against the Suns. They'll find themselves in the middle of this string of 3 straight at home. Tipped away. The rebound by Turner. Left side, Thomas. Pass to Turner. And stolen by Wiggins. Here's Brown. Drops in the breakaway layup. Brown's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
And I love the attitude of Brown. If he sees a fast break opportunity, he's seizing it without a second's hesitation.
Coaches are always talking, Steve, about finishing games strong. What does it take to be a great closer, a great finisher?
I think guys look at guys that can score the basketball and make plays under duress, under adversity. But I think also on the defensive end, where you have players and teams, and it's beautiful to watch on the defensive end when they don't miss assignments. Everybody is locked in, and obviously teams score the basketball, but you look and say, they made them score over the top versus giving up an easy layup.
And here are the Heat now, following the bucket by the Pistons. Inside. Back to Thomas. Clock at 6. Plumlee trying to get something going. And there it is for him. Plumlee's got his first bucket of the night. Outside Hill. To the inside. And that one's good. Leonard's got 5 points so far.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
Shots good by Turner.
You have to credit the pinpoint pass for making that play possible.
And looks like the illegal pick was set. Yep, that's right. That'll get their attention.
And that's a tough one. But on those illegal screen calls, the defender's never going to get the benefit of the doubt.
Some guys, they just know how to get away with it, and some don't.
And Thomas, here we go. Here's Plumlee. A second chance effort. Good D by Williams.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
And here we go. Plumlee heading to the hoop.
And the steal then right into the fast break. Great awareness.
Perfect read. Takes a chance, certainly pays off.
Hill drives in. Turner with the steal. He can't hit that time. And so is Detroit. Riding high with a 23-point lead heading into the break. From the field. And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. And it's Thomas with the ball. He brings it up for Miami. Smitty, every so often we'll hear about a team holding a players-only meeting. You've been there, I'm sure. You've gone through that. What exactly goes on in those discussions?
You know, Kevin, when you hear players-only meeting, something's going wrong with the team. And obviously, we meet all the time, but when there's specific and quotation of players-only meetings, there's a lot of things that are going wrong with the team, with individuals, with the coaches or general managers. They are trying to find a way to hash it out, and those are never good.
And Thompson sends it back.
Great timing by Tristan Thompson on that block. That's his forte.
Here's Thomas, and he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in. Thomas got the first field goal of the fourth quarter here for the Heat. Here's Hill. Isaiah Thomas grabs the miss.
You know, with that much room, you don't lay it up. You throw it down like you've been disrespected. Soft interior defense. You know he's going to be aggressive.
Detroit leading by 19. The drive by Hill. Here's Williams. Second shot opportunity. He takes it up and lays it in.
That's all confidence right there. He knows he's in a groove, and they've got this team on its heels.
And play stops. Whistle on what looks to be an illegal screen.
Yeah, still moving a little bit when he set that screen. He'll argue that he was set, but I really didn't think so.
That's the modern-day NBA. Complain about the call and hope the next one goes your way.
A nice shot by Lynn.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Hill with it. Pass to Bullock. Stolen by Thompson. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
Player who can score, rebound, pass, and defend.
Both free throws good from Lynn. And we're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter now. Pass to Vucevic. There's the three. Basket number 8 for him on 13 tries. That's 62% so far.
I like the setup there by Holiday, a true combo guard. He understands that his playmaking is key to helping this offense run well.
And here is Lynn. Just 4 to shoot. Over Holiday. They get the rebound. The Pistons making a change here. Timeout called, the Heat.
And when you take a look at that shot chart, the amount of misses lately, really unbelievable.
You start to wonder, in my opinion, is it better to take everything to the rack now or to try at least draw some fouls?
Timeout call for the Heat. Okay, Miami, now coming onto the court are your Heat dancers. Let them hear ya.
Pistons leading by 20. Pass to Vucevic. Vucevic gets double teamed. Down low. Brown. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
And that's where Brown is at his best. A muscular beast who loves finishing strong through the contact.
Back to Harris. Takes a three. Offensive rebound, Heat. And it's Harrell missing.
And that's the battle they haven't been winning today. Their work on the glass has been porous, and that's got to change.
And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. Well, Steve, we've just come out of the first year where we saw legislation from the NBA about resting players. How do you feel about the new rules so far?
You know, I like them. I love that when you start to see these teams that was resting players on national televised games. But I think overall, just resting players. I think our contract says that we play 82 games unless you're injured. And if a guy is injured, you understand. But I love the new rules that was implemented.
I agree. Stolen by Conley. He lobs up the alley-oop pass. And Harrell stabs it in.
Whenever a guy is open, Conley will find him. He has a talent for getting the ball to his guys quickly.
Just his first attempt. The shot will not fall. Now the Heat take it the other way. Pass to Harrell. And Harrell stabs it in.
He is so good in pick and roll. When the defense plays up on him, he burns them with the pass.
And it's Wiggins missing.
Yeah, not a great shot there, especially when you got a lockdown defender guarding you.
You know, there's no shame in passing out in that situation. Leave your ego at the door.
And tonight's battle is going to end with a very clear winner, leaving nothing to chance. Impressive win for the Pistons.
Their inside game was what secured them to win tonight.
They had their way in the paint, and those are all high percentage shots, but the defense couldn't stop them from getting down low.
And an important milestone for them tonight as they pick up win number 10.
They can chalk this one up, but these two teams will see plenty more of one another before the season's over.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Vucevic.
You know, coming into tonight, hard to say if his intention was to take over the way he did, but as the game evolved, it became clear that he was the alpha dog on the offensive end.
Bell's shot is good.
And just putting the finishing touches on this one, they have been on fire.
I mean, a fantastic run. The guys are really clicking, and the scoreboard reflects that.
And the call will be against Harris. That's foul number 2 for him. And so it's Wiggins with it. He'll bring it up for the Pistons. To the paint. It's stolen by Harris.
Right idea, wrong execution. They were looking to get a high percentage shot inside, but the pass was too late.
Man, he runs the floor with a purpose that time. Excellent play.
You know what? And a late reaction by the transition D takes it himself uncontested.
It's Bell on the wing. And so it's the Pistons taking care of business here. This crowd was stunned by the manner in which their team was dismantled.
You know what? Shocking. I don't care what the matchup is. You never expect a road team to come in and just cruise